question. I should probably know it by now, but how do you actually date? Because it's like I always end up talking to one person and then dating them in like the next month or two. Like, I don't know. Like, are you supposed to like talk to multiple people before you settle down? Or like, I feel like I might just be obsessive and I'm trying to come out of that. Like, is it normal to talk to more than one person? I guess that's my question.
Gotcha. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24? Okay. So, what's your dating experience been like? You've only talked to one person at a time, and does that turn?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've never, even in kindergarten, like I had a boyfriend. Like I've
Uh,
never like dated or like flirted around, if that makes sense.
yeah.
And it's like, even if I was to try, I just can't do it because I end up feeling bad about. I feel like I'm betraying somebody even if I'm not committed to them. Like the first day I hang out with somebody, I automatically won't talk to anybody else.
hmm
And I'm like, is that obsessive? Like, is that unhealthy? Like, I don't
Not
know.
necessarily. Only if like if the context is when you first meet somebody, you kind of make them your world and your priority. That's when it becomes kind of excessive, right? And unhealthy. But if you're saying like, oh, I only want to entertain one person romantically at a time, there's nothing wrong with that.
But it's like, it could be like the first hangout, and then I will never talk to nobody else. And then I just end up dating.
hmm
But
Yeah.
then when I notice other people, like, it just feels like they're not doing that. And at first I was looking at them like they're just like being like a traitor. But I'm like, am I like not being betrayed? Is that normal? Like, because I'll notice like other people, they take like 2 to 3 hours to respond. And I think that I'm supposed to talk to somebody all day. Like, when you see the message, like, respond.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds like you're treating people like a priority even though you're just meeting them. So it's like the real problem isn't that you're dating one person, it's that like you're prioritizing them to a very high degree to where you want to talk to them all day even though you've only like had one meetup, right? One date. You feel me? So that's the mistake that you're making. Is you are prioritizing the connection before priority has been earned, right?
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with dating one person at a time. Even though it's becoming normalized to date multiple people at a time, historically we've never dated in this way. Historically we've never like just been entertaining hella
Okay.
options
That makes me
simultaneously.
feel better.
Yeah, that's a new thing. It's like it's similar to like poly, the way people date now.
Hmm.
It's like people are sleeping with multiple people, that they're dating, people have rosters. That's like more of a poly dynamic than anything else. But no, there's nothing wrong with dating one person at a time. It's just like you have to kind of pace yourself with how important the connection is to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, that makes sense. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you, all right?
You too.
Mhm. Mm.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
So my name is Zaid. So I have a specific thing that happened to me that I want to share it with you. So I've been raised in a Middle Eastern country before coming to the U.S. From a Muslim background, Islamic background. So I have been virgin all my life. I don't think virgin does it have to do anything with it, but that's how it was, right? Like I was to be overweight, etc. Everything until my 30th, it was like last year. I met this girl and we connected. We had a good relationship for a year. So I lost my virginity with her. I wasn't her first, unfortunately. And she told me that I'm her, like she had two before me. She's also from the Middle East, but from a different culture. Like we were planning to to marry each other, right? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Like I declined the thing. Like I rejected it completely. I don't know. Like if it's been always haunting me. Like what I'm like, I lost. Okay, this is my first, but I'm not her first. You get my point?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's unfair to me, right? It's unfair. That's always like it happened to me. Like, she lived her 20s to the max, and I didn't. Like, I'm the medical doctor, so I've been, I don't know, like residency, overweight stuff, stupid. Yeah, I don't know if it's a stupid stuff or not, but it took me away from everything, right? And yeah, that's it. Pretty much it. That's it. Like, I don't know. It felt unfair to me. And yeah, like, and I don't know if it's, do they call it in English a retroactive jealousy? I don't know. Like, I felt insecure about it for some reason. That's it. Thank you. I want to know, what do you think about it?
Do you have a specific question here?
Yeah, like, what do you think? Do I have the right to be that way? Like, is this a valid reason to to break up and like I don't know, decline, stop the marriage thing and the plans for getting married?
How old are you two?
31, both of us.
Okay. And what was your reason for maintaining your virginity?
I don't know, nothing, to be honest. Like, I used to be overweight and
Okay.
I graduated from med school. I'm from the Middle East. I don't know. I didn't have the opportunity to do it. It wasn't that religion, to be honest, like
Gotcha.
specifically. It's not something that common in our culture in Jordan.
Okay. And where is she from? Is she from your same culture?
Israel. Yeah, a similar culture, but Israel. It's a close country
Okay.
next to my country.
Understood. Where are you located now?
U.S.
U.S. Okay. So you're going to stay in the U.S.? This is like your home now?
Yeah. I got my residency program here and everything.
Okay. Okay. So, yes, this is a problem, brother. Like, you're valid to feel how you feel, but ultimately you're making a mountain out of a molehill in this situation, right? Like, you didn't discover that this woman has a promiscuous past. That's not the situation. You discover that she had slept with two people before you, and she's in her 30s, right? It's kind of good. It's kind of good, right?
It's good to the American culture, like
It is, but here's
it's
here's the
good for,
reason why.
yeah.
Here's the reason why. I understand there's cultural differences. I'm not diminishing that, but I think you're thinking about just your feelings in this situation, but you're not game theorying this shit out, right? You're not seeing how everything plays out. You just told me that your permanent residency is the U.S.
Yeah.
Who do you think you're going to find in the U.S. as a 30-something-year-old man who
I'm
has?
not gonna marry from the U.S. I'm
Where,
not gonna marry an American.
okay, so where are you finding a
Never.
wife at then? You're going back to your
I'm gonna
country to
marry
find a
from
wife?
the U.S., but from my culture, like an Arab Middle Eastern, I would never marry an American.
You're finding a Middle Eastern who is currently in the U.S.?
Of course, plenty, a lot.
The point that I'm making is, okay, if she's Middle Eastern in the U.S., do you not think that she would be Americanized by now?
Yeah, you're right.
Right? It's not like that changes when they come into American culture. They start to assimilate the culture, right? So what I'm telling you, it's a very tall order to be a 31-year-old male to expect that your wife is going to be a virgin in our culture. Now, if you were back, home, different conversation. You probably could find one, right? But you are essentially saying you want to sacrifice a woman who has two bodies, and over here, that's damn near a virgin, right? Especially in her 30s. So you would not be able to find a replacement who has a better track record than that.
Yeah.
So you got to consider that.
Yeah,
Right?
I get you. I get your point. Do you think it's out of insecurity that that they insecure about it, and it's always been like, what the hell? Like, I'm not her first. She's my first. It's unfair, etc. Those kind of ideas.
Yeah.
Stupid ideas, actually.
Yeah, it's insecurity, man. It's like I would hear you if if she was like promiscuous, right? Because some guys do have a very real visceral disgust response to some women who have been like super promiscuous when they start sharing their past sexual escapades, and it's like, guys, I can't get over it. This situation is like, it's she's just more experienced than you. And I think because of like the male egoic mind, it's like you want to be more experienced than the woman that you're with. Right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter here. You should focus on what is in front of you, which is she's choosing you, right? And if she slept with 2 people in the past, that's not really much experience. It seems like a lot of experience because you're coming from 0 experience, right? But in the grand scheme of things, y'all aren't that far apart from an experiential perspective.
Yeah, I get your point. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem, brother. Best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. The queue's not looking good. The queue is looking very suspicious. It's looking like matchmaking people are in the queue. I don't know. Do I want to bring them up? If you're waiting to come on to the live, understand this is not matchmaking. Do not tell me that you're looking for a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, or a girlfriend. Do not tell me that you're single or where you're located. Okay? Just so you know. All right. We got some new people, so we're good. I'm going to start with the sure things. Breezy, what's going on?
Okay, so my question is, can like a boy, no, I'm saying boy, can men and women be friends?
I talked about this. Go ahead.
Like whoever I'm trying to whoever, if I want to talk to somebody, I don't like, if I ever go on a date, like I don't like the intentions of, so tell me like where you're at or what do you do for a living? Like I don't want to conversate like that. Like I don't like that weird energy. I just rather it's just, how do you like?
I'm confused.
Yeah, can men and women be friends?
How is that relating to can men and women be friends?
Yeah, because people start off in relationships of just, conversating, having chemistry as friends, and then you can get like probably into like the dating. Oh, we're romantically interested.
Okay, so what kind of conversations are you imagining people who are romantically interested are having?
That weird tension, like I don't know. They just, people get dressed up and then they go and they're just like, it just comes off immediately as like there's that kind, I guess, that weird tension. Like, so where you at? Like, what do you like? It's just like an interview. Like when you talk with your friends, y'all be laughing like, yo, dude, what you mean, man? Like it's funny. Like that's how you get along with your friends. But like when you're talking on a date, it's just kind of different. Like hey, so you have your own place. Like I don't know. It's just like it's just odd.
Yeah, you got to give me a real example because right now you're giving me vibes, right? But like conversation, because the point I'm making is, when you meet somebody, you got to have a conversation with them, right? You don't just start off with sexual attention. You got to kind of, especially in a dating contest, you got to kind of talk first. And you build up to that. You escalate to that, right?
Yeah. It's the same way concept, though, when you meet someone new for the first time.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. I don't know why it's different, why it can't be the same when it comes to men.
I'm confused now. So you started this by saying that the conversations that you're having on a first date are kind of interview-like questions, and you're saying that that's like a safe conversation that you would probably have with a friend. Am I understanding what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't want expectations on the questions. Like I'm trying to like immediately think what you're trying to tell me. Like if I might say the wrong thing, like I just want it to be a normal conversation. Oh, why do you? Why do you think this way? Or why do, like, just, bro, come on, just move on, like, just keep up with it, like, right, just talk normal, like, this is too much. It's very pressuring.
Okay. So, give me an example of a normal conversation.
Normal conversation, okay. How was work today? Okay, yeah, work was cool. And what do you like to do for work? Yeah, I'm a barista, I've been working at coffee for a while, so it's kind of my niche thing. Like, oh, you like coffee? Yeah, I'm like,
that sounds like
man. That's how I get up in the morning.
That sounds like the same conversation, though. You're just asking questions.
The guys be like, they'd be like, yeah, so, like, let me take you out then at another coffee shop and, maybe we could, like, what do you mean, bro?
So are you saying that They're like skipping a step and they're not doing the small talk first.
Yeah, the tone. Like it's like the tone, the vibe. I just want it to be normal, not so like pressuring.
Okay. So give me an example of you being on a date with somebody where they said something that was pressuring to you.
It's not necessarily what they're saying, it's the vibe, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
How would you describe the vibe?
The vibe is kind of like, if you're gonna hang out, just get dressed, be normal. Like, I'm not getting dolled up. Like, I don't even know the person. Like, why do I feel like I have to put on makeup because or I have to look my best self to see you? Like, I am as I is. So it's just kind of like, there's just so much expectations. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be getting all dolled up and dressed up for someone I don't know. Probably talking to someone else. This is probably like, what am I, the sixth date of a girl? Like, it's just too much. Like, I just think.
Breezy, you are all over the place, love. You are all over the place. We started off talking about the first thing came out of your mouth is, can men and women be friends? Do you see how far apart we are from that right now? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. We started, can men and women be friends? That was the first thing that you said. Now we are completely left field. So I'm still trying to understand what the problem is. So
the problem is, I just want to have a normal conversation with a guy and hang out with them without it being kind of like that I guess that tension that.
So you want it to be a friend-like vibe when you first meet.
Correct.
Got you. Now we're figuring it out. All right. So you want it to be like, let's take things slow. Let's not have any expectations. Let's just let's chill, right?
Exactly.
And then let's build up to the loving eyes, sustained eye contact, the deepening of the voice, right? That kind of stuff. Like,
right.
Okay, so you're saying that you're meeting guys and they come with that type of energy right off the bat.
Right, exactly.
Okay. We got that. I knew we were gonna figure it out. Breezy. All right. So, how old are you again?
25.
25. Okay.
But I don't have any dating history, so I'm like, I don't know what it is.
Oh, you don't? I would have never guessed. Breezy. I thought you were like a dating specialist, veteran, up in here right now. Okay, 25. 25, and where are you meeting these guys?
These terrible these terrible apps that are available. Like, I just don't know who's making these apps. Where are they getting the people that are signing up? I don't know what are they on, because they all are just a little odd.
Okay, I'm looking at your profile pic. That's why my head is cocked. Why is your profile pic sideways?
Look, anyone out here they don't got their profile pic sideways. People like to come for me. It's unique. I like it sideways.
Okay, you look good though, Breezy. So, and where are you located?
Florida.
Okay. Part of the problem is you're meeting guys on dating apps. It's part of the problem, especially when we're talking about mid-20s. They're where are they taking you on a first date?
The problem is it never gets that far. It really never gets that far. Or then I get he's asked, they might ask me where I like to eat, and I might say that. Or they mention that they might take me somewhere, and I'll say I'm open to that, and then they ghost.
Okay, now I'm really confused, Breezy, because everything you've said up until this point assume that you've been on a date. So how are y'all talking? So are you describing you're talking to them over the phone?
No, just texting.
So you're picking up a vibe over text?
Yeah, the vibe over text. Yeah, that's what it is. I see how it is in the beginning, of texting, and it's always, always the main thing. They always bring up that 3-letter word. I don't know. I feel
what 3-letter word they bringing up?
We can't. I don't know. It can't be said on TikTok, but it's.
Like
I'm gonna use the more
physical
mature word. I would
physical
say
intimacy.
intercourse.
Intercourse. Okay. So they're texting you that like on the app?
Yes, I think
Okay.
that's all they talk or want on the app.
Okay. So they like are they trying to get you over to their house? Like the first meet?
Yeah. Also, that was another question. Is it a red flag if a guy wants you to go to their house? Like, what am I doing in your? I don't know who you are. I
Yeah.
don't know if they get really offended when I say that. I don't say I don't know who you are, but
Yeah.
that's immediately ghost. Because like, well, I'm not going to your house. Like, do you want to get robbed? Like, why are you? Like, you're not scared? Like, I don't know. It's weird to me.
Okay.
Why men do that?
Okay. Yeah, it's partially because you're using like a dating app, and you're really pretty, so they're just trying to hit real quick. Okay. Um, what app are you using? You're on Hinge.
I know there's Bumble, Tinder.
What are you
I
using?
use
Breezy, what
is
are you
it?
using? Which app?
What's that dating app? I forgot. For Christians, Upward. There we go.
It's for Christians.
Upward.
So you're on the Christian dating app.
I'm sorry, I did random. Yeah, Upward is good.
Okay, and that's the only one you're on. So you're not on like Tinder. You're just on Upward.
Tinder, I lost hope. That thing is deleted.
Okay.
So yeah, just probably Bumble and Upward.
Okay. But these guys who are trying to have you come over to their house, you're meeting them on Upward and Bumble?
Yes.
Okay. Upward is interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is just it's the apps. The apps are mostly a meat market. It's mostly people trying to sleep with one another. Okay. So
That's what I consider what dating is at this point.
I mean that's fair. That is a fair assessment. What's dominating the current culture is hookup culture, right? So that's a fair assessment. But apps are like it's amplified on apps though, on dating apps, right? When's the last time you went on a date?
Like, I don't. I just haven't been on one because I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been on one.
You've been on one, Breezy. When's the last time you've been on one?
I have not been on one.
Okay.
Like that's just what it is.
Okay.
I don't.
Have you been
Yes.
in a relationship before?
I haven't got past the talking stage.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna be difficult, love. Like, it's definitely gonna be difficult.
Why is it? I don't understand. Is this a puzzle piece of neuroscientists? Like, why is it so hard to have like with the dating whole thing? It's literally
Because
this
you don't play the game. I can already pick up on the fact that you don't play the game at all, which is a good thing, but there's a cost to it, right? Which is you'll get overlooked a lot. So you strike me as like a no nonsense person. You a straight shooter. You want to get right to the point, right? You want things to be a direct. Is that fair to say? No double speak, nothing like that. Just tell me what you want, be direct, right?
Yeah, and kind of like just flowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. What's your social life look like?
Yeah, just typical going to the movies, going to Disney with my friends, one or two friends. As you get older, your friends group do start to dwindle. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You I would start with enhancing your social life. I wouldn't start with dating first. You're someone who's going to have better luck because it actually matches what you're looking for, right? You described that you preferred a dynamic where it's like a natural like friend vibe first. Just normal people, right? And then you would like it to escalate from there in
Right,
an
exactly.
organic way. That's likely not going to happen on a dating app. So for you, because on a dating app, it's like we already know we want to date, right? So we're kind of skipping steps. You don't like to skip steps. You want to start from like I meet you, we hang out, we talk for a bit, we joke, we vibe, And if we're feeling each other over time, then we escalate to something more romantic. That's normally going to happen in a more in-person type of situation, right? So the best play for you is to start just being more social in general, getting out more, finding different groups to hang out with, making more friends, both men and women, right? And then allowing that to kind of organically happen over time. Because I can tell also that you are, don't take offense to this, by the way, an acquired taste. Meaning,
I would say that.
when people first meet you, they're probably like, what? But then when they spend time around you, they're like, I really like this girl. I bet that's your experience. I bet that's how it happens for you, right? So that's the type of situation you want to put yourself in. I can tell you got good energy and you're probably fun to be around, but you're probably different from like average people. So people are kind of like, you know, they're probably like, well, what's going on? But like, even on this live, like even this conversation right now, it was like, what's going on? And then I kind of figured out what's going on. And it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying now, right? So your best move is going to be putting yourself in like a social type of environment. Building like other groups of friends, not just one core friend, like just, you know, you have a cluster of friends over here that you hang out with. You have a cluster of friends over here you hang out with, right? Then over time, you'll start meeting those like organic connections, you know, that can build over time. That's going to just get off the apps. The apps aren't for you. Trust me. They're not for you. You're just going to get frustrated. Okay?
Got it. Thank you.
Breezy. Keep me posted how it goes, all right?
Heard.
All right. You take care.
Yeah. You too.
I would 100% would date Breezy. Like if I was in Florida, 100% would. I like that quirky shit at times. Anyway, who we got? Danny?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. My question for you is, in your dating life, has there ever been a time where you felt like you lost your spark? And if you did, what did you do to get it back?
Lost my spark. Huh. I don't know, like what came to mind is probably not what you're talking about. I've had situations. Yeah, give me more context, and I'll tell you if I can resonate with it before I take this, because I was going to take this conversation to a whole different place that we're probably not discussing. So go ahead.
Understandable. So, right now I'm on a bit of a break. Last year, I'd say I was dating pretty actively. I'd say for like the last few years. I would say midsummer, I had, I guess, a connection I valued. It didn't go the way I wanted to, and understandably, it aligned with a lot of what you said about dysregulation and how the dating market just isn't really optimized for the kind of connection I'm looking for. That being said, I do feel like I think a trust in myself and my ability to date. I think I was in a place where I was meeting women in different places, whether it was dating apps, whether it was in person or cold approach. I was doing just fine there. Mm-hmm. And I was consistently getting past that first date stage, but I guess I started to question myself and question my approach and question whether I was or wasn't creating enough spark or doing too much safety or not enough safety. I guess I just started to question everything I learned in my life. So I was just kind of curious from someone that has more experience than me as to if they've ever kind of been in that place and what they did about it.
Okay. So was anything happening in terms of like outcomes that made you think that you were doing something wrong?
There wasn't any patterns that stood out. A lot of the connections that ended were usually because of an incompatibility, or it was pretty eclectic, or the connection just wasn't there. I think the one in particular, when it ended, the way she ended, she did it over a text, and she pretty much cited that she wasn't feeling the romantic spark. She felt she needed to deepen things, and I think I took that too much at face value. And I think I tend to have a very sports-minded mentality on everything, where like if something doesn't go my way, the first thing I ask is, what did I do wrong, or what could I have done better to change things? That being said, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence that suggests that more spark was not going to save that connection. But I think sometimes I still oscillate between being too hard on myself and just using context to understand that dating is a very uncertain field, and that's just part of the game.
Gotcha. Okay. Where my gut goes here listening to you is that you have at your core a validation issue. So you're extracting validation from how women receive you. So if they don't receive you in a positive way, that hurts your self-esteem. Conversely, if they perceive you in a positive way, it enhances your self-esteem, right? So it puts you in a very vulnerable state to where you don't have like a solid, grounded identity in terms of like how you view yourself, right? Your confidence is in a state of flux at all times based on how you're being received.
Okay.
So that's the core of it, right? You also have a couple of you probably I personally identify with like competence. Is that fair to say? Very competent person.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah. So your confidence is probably oriented around how competent you are. And then when women don't receive you positively, you take that as a hint to how competent you are. Right?
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm understanding that dating's just one of those things that is going to naturally be uncertain because it's a two-person dance.
100%.
And not everything is in your hands. And
it's not an engineering problem. It's a stochastic system, right? I don't know if I pronounced that word correctly, but it's a stochastic system. There's a lot of variables. You cannot control for all the variables, right? You can do everything perfectly. Yes, I give frameworks like Spark and Safety, and they do increase the probability that, a positive outcome will occur. But at the end of the day, there's a mental model that I love. It said that the map is not the territory, right? Maps have their utility. If I give you a map of a city, you will be able to navigate that city, right? But if you go to that city, you'll see that the map doesn't capture every nuance of the city. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Any map that we generate that captures reality can be useful. It can help you navigate reality, but it's never going to capture every single nuance of reality. Okay? So no matter what me or any other dating coach tells you, right? But their job is to sell certainty. If you do this, you'll get obsessed. If you do that, he'll get obsessed. Bullshit, right? You can increase the probability that it happens, but it's too many variables. You can never guarantee an outcome. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you're making an assumption that a lot of guys make, which is if the woman doesn't receive him positively, then it means that there was something wrong that he did. That's not true at all. Not true at all, right? Women are people too. They have their own flaws. They sabotage connections all the time. They are at different levels of psychological development, right? Some are immature, some are mature, some are low quality, some are high quality, right? So you could be a great catch. And what's the quote? It's like you could be the juiciest, most sweetest peach, but there's still people who don't like peaches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people just aren't gonna be for you. So you can't judge it by like, are the women I'm dating responding positively to me? Now, if you're in a situation where every woman you go after, every date you go on is ended the same way, okay. Then, like I made a video recently that performed well where I was telling guys this exact same thing, which is just because it doesn't go your way doesn't mean it was your fault, right? And I said, now here's an easy way to determine whether or not you're making a mistake. And that is if it's become a pattern. So if I talk to a guy, he tells me that after he can never make it to the second date, that's a pattern. A pattern has been established. So odds are low that out of the 5 first dates you went on, all of them ended after the first date. Odds are low that this is just a woman thing. more than likely you're doing something wrong when you're in that needs to be optimized. Right.
Okay.
So that's an adjusted model for you to take with yourself, right? Just because this one-off situation doesn't work doesn't mean you did anything wrong. But if you're seeing that you're experiencing breakdowns around the same point in the same way, okay, a pattern has been established, something needs to be corrected.
Okay.
In addition to that,
sense.
work on validating yourself internally and not from external circumstances.
I appreciate the advice. What would be a good first start, or at least point me in the right direction?
I'll work on the validation piece. So
Okay.
just start congratulating yourself on things that are within your control, not on things that are without your control. So like, let's say you're approaching a woman. The approach is the win, right? You're doing something most men don't have the balls to do. Regardless of how it goes, you approaching was you acting in alignment with your values, right? You did something brave. So congratulate yourself on that. Congratulate yourself on acting within alignment, not on the external results, right? So like if you say, I'm going to hit the gym 3 times per week, right? You're not really judging yourself on whether or not the scale dropped. You're judge yourself on the inputs, not the outputs.
Okay.
Judge yourself on your
Okay.
effort, not the results of your effort. Congratulate yourself on your effort, not the results of your effort, and you'll be fine.
Okay. That's the shift I needed. I think I looked at outcomes too much. I need to look at the work I'm actually putting in
That's
when
it.
I do these things.
That's it, brother.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. I could have a whole podcast about my dating life, but I'll let the others ask some questions. I'll call back another time.
All right, Dan. You take care, brother.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Kiana said clip that. I need to clip that, Kiana. Was that like a good piece of advice? I'll clip it now. Don't get me wrong. I'll clip it real quick. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Do you remember the advice that you've given me yesterday?
No. I think I remember your profile picture a little bit.
Yeah.
The dress.
I'm the one from South Africa who told you that my husband is like distant.
Ah, okay. And you got the
after
kids?
listening.
You got the kids and everything too?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I remember you, yeah.
So it was day one of pretending that he's that guy again.
Mhm.
You do know, here in South Africa we have kind of like the saying about us black people who's not very good in acting, and that's why the white people wins the Oscars. So yeah, so but I started by going back there and I started doing the things that I used to do for him. Like back in the day, normally I gave him food on the tray and I brought it to him to eat, and his glass on the tray, and served him in that way. And I saw that lately I didn't do that anymore. I would tell him his food is on the table. And so now I started that again. And I could see there was a little crack in the ice.
Hmm.
And I also told the kids that they should not sit just with me in the sitting room. So if daddy is in the garage playing his guitar, we must go to him
Mm-hmm.
and sing with him there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we did. And we actually spoke and we sang, and he read the Bible and he started to, I could see that is what he wants.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like he did not talk to me about or ask me like, what is this now, or what is the sudden change? He's just like observing, but I could see there's a change in, because he's starting to talk now.
Mm-hmm.
Because my husband is a person, if he's angry, he would rather go silent.
Mhm.
And I prefer someone who would scream, then I would know what is inside of him.
Mhm.
So, but now he's starting to talk and praying with us again. So I'm really happy for the advice, and I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna and you were right. You were really right. There was a shift in me. Because I used to, to me it's an honor to serve my husband, and to me it's beautiful. It doesn't feel like slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he was unemployed, there was that shift. It was small, but to him it was noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do this every day, um, until it's fully back.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Thank
go.
you so much.
I love that for you, love. Definitely keep me posted.
I will.
All right, dear. You take care.
Okay.
See, people, that's why they pay me the big bucks. Good on her, though. A lot of people wouldn't have put that effort in, especially if they're not seeing that energy from the person that they're with. So they would just kind of reciprocate whatever energy they're receiving. But she took initiative on that one. Then that's why they say sometimes like relationships aren't 50-50. Sometimes it's like 50-50. Other times it's 100-0, right? You gotta 100-100. You gotta kind of know where you're at and know what's needed, right? And do your part. That's beautiful. We got a W. Good. Because we've been having some bad stories lately. So I'm glad we got a W. Okay. I think Shan is still connecting. I don't think she's gonna be able to connect, so we'll stop that. Nikki. My bad. See, I didn't know you were here. See, I thought you were going. I ain't wanna. My bad, brother. What's going on, Chief?
Yeah, but everything good. What's going on your side?
Chilling, bro. What can I do for you?
Yeah, so I have two questions for you.
Okay.
So I'm in an interracial relationship. So I'm an African.
You playing in the snow? Huh?
Huh?
You playing in the snow a little bit?
No.
Okay. I was about to call Dr. Umar. Go ahead, bro.
I'm an African and I'm dating an African American woman. I mean, we're no longer together, right?
Okay.
But I'm just trying to figure out what went wrong so I can use it for my next, relationship.
Okay.
So in the past relationship, it's like everything that I say gets twisted, even when I mean it for the good. So one example, she was kind of moving, and then I saw her, her dishwasher, and it was kind of old. And I was like, oh, I think your dishwasher kind of look a little bit old. If you don't mind, I don't mind buying you a new one. And then she was like, why are you talking down on me? I'm like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I thought maybe you've been had this for a while, so I'm only trying to, get you a new one. So why are you thinking I was trying to talk down on you? Secondly, last year around February, around this time, it was about to be, Valentine's. So I was like, oh, I mean, she has a kid and she has a baby daddy. And the baby daddy is in the military, so he's not around. So you don't have nobody to take care of the kid. I was like, since we don't got nobody to babysit the kid, I want us to do something at home. And then I was thinking about what I could do that would be romantic. So I was like, well, how about I go learn how to do foot massages, something romantic, massage your foot, give your foot a big massage, and learn how to do nails on the feet and all that. She was like, why are you talking about my feet? I'm like, I'm not talking about your feet. I was thinking about something romantic to do. Why are you twisting it and making it as an issue? She was like, yeah, you were saying it whilst looking at my feet. I'm like, no, you do not know what I was looking at. Maybe I was thinking out loud. So
yeah,
that is why you saw me looking at your feet. So at the beginning of the relationship, I mean, I saw signs of those, but I thought maybe it's just because we are from different worlds. But getting to the later part of it, it became worse. So, and that is the only relationship that I've been in that I ever second guess myself, because nobody have ever told me I'm a bad person. I say bad things, and it's kind of take a little toll on me. I'm like, I've never been a bad one. So how does it usually work? I know we are from different cultures. We say things differently. But is this really a cultural thing, or it's really me, or it's really her?
No, it's, from what you told me, it sounds like she was just very insecure. Just very, very insecure. How long did y'all date?
Well, we dated for a year.
Mm. So I'm
And it's
assuming there
all,
was like
let me,
always a
let me,
problem.
let me even put this out. We dated for a year, and then I even proposed. And then she was like, I was moving too fast. I'm like, how is, we dated for about 9 months before I proposed. And then she was like, I was moving too fast. I'm like, 9 months is not too fast. I mean, when people know who they want, they do. And where I'm from, when people propose and they want to get married, usually it don't take that long for them to get married. So I proposed and I told her a year after I proposed we should get married. She was like, nah, people in America usually plan after 2 years or 3 years to get married. And I'm like, those people that do that usually, I don't know the reason, but most of the time it do be financial restraint. So if I can afford it or we can afford it, why is it that we don't go ahead and do it? And then she was like, yeah, you're moving too fast, you're pushing me and all that. I'm like, well, I don't know how this is going, but I'm trying to figure out if I was the one doing it wrong or what.
No. I mean, the proposal from like American standards is pretty fast. You typically in America, when people get married that quickly, it's normally within like a religious context, right? Like maybe you have two Christians who are abstaining and they get married like 6 months after meeting or starting to date. But just like from a worldly American culture perspective, yeah, it's normally a couple of years before people pop the question. Normally within two, 3. Or at least that's the expectation. Now, she was very insecure. The problem here though is was her being insecure as you've described like a constant thing? I would imagine it was.
Well, it is pretty much a constant thing. Considering what I know right now, I would say it's a constant thing.
Okay, so the question for you is, why did you want to marry somebody like that?
Honestly, I think everybody deserves a chance. That is from my perspective.
The chance was dating her. So you
Okay.
dated her, that was the chance, and she was annoying. Then you got into a relationship with her, which was another chance. She still was annoying, and then you proposed. This isn't a chance situation. So what made you want to propose to her?
I wouldn't even use love as an excuse right now. But honestly, like I said, or maybe I just thought maybe it was a face value thing. It would be better as we go on.
What did you like about her?
I mean, she was kind. So, coming from Africa, right? Most of the women that I dated, I wouldn't even put all the women in one bracket. Most of the women that I dated are women that I had to take care of. So, meeting someone different not to say I didn't take care of her or didn't do nothing for her. Meeting someone that be like, anytime that I'm going to see her, she'd be like, oh yeah, what would you like to eat? Like, what would you like me to prepare for you? I never had that. So maybe those are some of the things that, caught my heart. I'll put it that way.
Was this the first American women that you dated?
No.
So other American women didn't treat you that way?
The other American woman, we had I wouldn't say because we didn't even date for that long. But we had an issue concerning kids and religion, and that's why we broke up.
Okay. Did she break up with you?
You talking about the other woman before this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you only dated 2 American women?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting the vibe from you that you will stay in a relationship until the other person ends it.
Well, that's true because I'm not the type that usually gives up.
Okay.
Like, I like to make sure all the strings are pulled and there's no option than to give up before I do give up.
Okay. We call that anxiously attached. You know what that means?
Uh, I wouldn't. At this point, I don't think I do.
Okay. It means that you have a fear of abandonment, and you don't like to end things, right? You will do whatever it takes to make the relationship work, even if it's not a good relationship, right? You'll do a lot of the emotional heavy lifting within a relationship, so you don't mind doing all the work within the relationship to hold it together, even if the other person isn't doing their part, right? Probably a bit clingy. Probably want to
Well,
talk.
I am clingy. That I'll be honest about.
Yeah, a bit clingy. Want to talk a lot. Want to spend a lot of time with the person that you're with.
Yeah.
So that's something you might want to work on, my man, because the way that you are currently approaching things is you'll stay in a very bad situation that you would end up regretting over a long enough time horizon. So you'll be suffering within the relationship and be treated very poorly and hate your life, but still would not have the strength to leave because you don't want to be by yourself, right? So do some research on it, do some reflection, see if that can help you. But that's your core problem. I know that's not what you called in for, but I try to get to the core of the issue.
I think I'll agree with you on that because that really is like, I wouldn't say I don't really like being by myself. And once I'm hooked to one person, that's the person for me. Like, I want to be around them, have fun, do whatever, It's a big issue. I know it's a big issue for me, but I'm just trying at this moment.
I got you. It's something that you can work on and improve. People do it all the time, okay? So just educate yourself on it a little bit, because once you solve this problem, you're going to have a lot better luck with relationships, okay?
Yeah, because I'm one type of person. You never catch me in a restaurant by myself, never go to the movies by myself. I never do nothing by myself. It has to be with, a friend, a partner,
All right, brother. Well, keep me posted on how it goes, all right?
All right, appreciate it.
All right, you take care. Okay, Sarah, what's going on?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. What can I do for you?
So I'm in a long distance relationship and we've been together for about 2 years. And I mean, everything's like pretty good, I guess. My main concern is like being spontaneous and like planning dates and things like that, which obviously I know is hard because it's long distance. But whenever I go to visit him or when he comes to visit me, I feel like I'm the one who has to plan everything, or he always just says, oh, do whatever you want, like whatever you want we'll do. But I don't know, I just feel like he could put in a little bit more effort into like planning dates, or like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. Okay. So y'all been dating for 2 years, long distance. Where are you both located?
I'm in California and he's in London.
Oh, okay. Different continents.
Yeah.
All right, long distance. How did y'all meet?
We met when I studied abroad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I want to start off by saying also, like, the relationship's great. I feel like happy. We see each other often. And I don't feel like he's a bad guy. And I feel like, especially in this like dating scene, I guess, like, I really found a good person. The only thing is really that I'm not happy with, or that I've brought up before, was that like I like for them to plan dates, or like not just take the load off of me, I guess, a little bit.
Gotcha.
And be surprised, or like just be cute, I guess, and ask me to be your Valentine, and ask me to, like, you know what I mean? Like, just put in that effort in that way.
Okay. So 2 years, he's in London. How often do y'all see each other in person?
Every couple months, I would say maybe like 2 or 3 months before either I go or he comes here.
And when y'all do see each other, how long do you spend? Like, how long is the trip?
Like 2 weeks.
Okay.
One week or 2 weeks, so it's kind of a while.
Okay, good. And how old are you two?
I'm 23 and he's 25.
Gotcha. All right. So the main issue is he's not really taking initiative. So have you talked to him about this?
Like, I've kind of brought it up before, but I really don't I don't really know how to, like, I guess you could say I'm just, like, hesitant because I don't want to, like, make him feel bad, but at the same time, I want to, like, express what I want or need in a relationship without, like, hurting his feelings, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, you have to communicate it, love. I mean, because he probably is thinking everything is great, and you have this issue, so you have to communicate. You don't have to communicate it in a way where it's like you are accusatory or like criticizing him. It's like, hey, I just kind of, just want to let you know I kind of like this. Like when you did, especially if you can point to a time where he's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when you did that? Like, I really like stuff like that. Like, can you? And I would appreciate if you could do that kind of stuff more. Like, it just lights me up. Right? Communicate like that, he'll be more receptive. Now, my next question is, so that's how you kind of solve that problem. And if he doesn't do more of it after you communicate, you probably have a deeper problem. The next question is, have you all discussed how and when you're going to close the gap so that you can actually be together?
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, I'm gonna be like, he's already like wanting to propose and like be together, and I do love him. I do think that I can see my future with him, and that's another thing, that a whole other like problem in itself, without getting too like political or whatever. But there's a lot of things going on in the US right now, which kind of makes me like fearful for like him to come here. And so I don't know whether or not I want to move there or if I want him to come here. Like, I really don't know. I love London, but my whole life is here, and like my family. But like, he doesn't, like, okay, his family they're from London, but his parents don't live with him. Like, he's fully independent, basically, in London. So it's not really, like, an issue for him to come here. It's more so, like, me letting go of everything if I were to move there.
Gotcha.
So it really just makes the most sense for him to come here. But it's just, like, that fearfulness of, like, I don't know if that makes sense.
I got you. Well, it's something that you should definitely think about, right? And sooner than later, because these type of dynamics tend to fall apart when there's no clarity. If there's no timeline as to like when you're going to actually be close, because you got to understand, like, it was only feasible in recent history for a relationship like this to even exist. You know what I mean? So it's not a natural thing for us. So you have to close the gap. So
Yeah.
I have to make a certain decision tonight, but yeah, I think you're not in a bad situation. So definitely have the conversation with him. Try to word things the way that I described, and try to, decide on how you're going to progress things. But it definitely seems like a good situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
No problem, Sarah. You take care, all right?
Thank you. You too.
I'm glad I got that call, because you see, that's how you do long distance, right? We had that conversation earlier in the live today where somebody else was trying to date somebody on a whole other continent. We had a few of those calls. It's goofy behavior. And what did I tell y'all earlier today? I said the only time that works is if you went to the other country, you happened to meet somebody, y'all connected, right? Y'all spent a good amount of time with each other. Then you went back to the place you were from, and you kept the connection. And she's in that exact situation, right? And doesn't have a bad relationship. Things can be worked on, of course, but he wants to marry her. That's when it works. It doesn't work when you meet someone on TikTok. Y'all talking to DMs. And then you go fly to their country. That's the goofy shit. But what she did, that's how it's done. All right. Ebony, what's going on? Ebony's going. All right, Ebony, come back up, love. Mr. O'Neal, what's up?
Man. And I've been me a couple beers too, by the way. So in case the chat knows, I'm feeling nice tonight.
All right, what's going on, brother? What's your question?
What is up with women and chasing me in 2026? I had a woman I gave my number to about like 9 or 8 months ago, and she just now today hitting me up, and I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I kind of be like, if she don't hit me up for a while, I'm like, I don't know. But in her case, it's like she checks all the boxes. She ain't got no kids. She lives in my island, and it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's like I don't know if I'm doing something. And remind you, I know this woman through work too. So imagine. So I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if she's there for a real connection, or I don't know.
Okay. So you work with this woman?
Kind of, sort of. So she works at the airport, and I see her from time to time. And like, right. So when I gave her my number, it was kind of like, how would you say, nonchalant or whatever. Like it wasn't nothing like casual or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, but the fact that this is months later, and it's just like I don't know if it's because of we're still in company season, basically. You know, February 14th is around the corner, and it's just like, but everything that she's telling me everything that I never heard from anyone else I was interested in. And she has no kids, which is a plus. And it's just like, I don't know how to go into it, because we're supposed to go out on Thursday night, and I'm just like.
Okay, so how did y'all meet? You just saw her at the airport?
In person, organically.
Okay, so you saw her at the airport, you got a number?
No, so I basically gave her my number for a rainy day kind of situation.
Okay. And then she waited 9 months to text you?
I would say about 8 months. I would say about 7, 8 months, but you never know. The bright side. I'm gonna say the bright side. She ain't got no kids. Amen.
Okay. So 8 months. All right, 8 months. Okay. What did she say to you when she tested you?
Oh, she ready to take a shot at the vanilla.
What did she say specifically? Do you remember?
Do I remember? I could go back to the chat if I want to right now.
Okay.
But anyway, like, I basically told her, I'm straight up, like, because ever since that last problem, like, I've been like, listen, and I told her too, I'm like, are you the observe type, or are you the action type? And she said she's the action type, and I said, oh yeah. And then the fact that she told me that she has a dog as well too, just like me, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's like it's too good to be true. And no kids.
Okay. No kids.
And when you come from an island like me, where 9 out of 10 women is single moms.
Okay, so no kids. I'm still curious as to how she made contact again. What did she tell you?
Oh, she messaged me. She shot her shot.
What did she say?
Oh, she was just like, hold on. Oh,
My sneaky suspicion is that he's in a small island, so word is spreading. He's probably benefiting these women in some way, and they're talking amongst each other and trying to milk them.
okay, so she said, hi. Do you remember me from so and so from where she worked? And I was like, of course I do. I mean, my island is like, I mean, maybe a small percentage that are actually like, okay, I'll take a chance on this white man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you know, like, ever since we've been talking since this afternoon, I've been like, listen, we're going on a date on Thursday night, which is happening. And I'm like, I told her straight up, I'm like, I'm not one to waste time. Because that's the thing. Too many women in my country, they like to waste time.
Okay. So Mr. O'Neill's in Turks and Caicos. That's where he lives. And you do what? You're in law or at like sports something?
Yeah, law, immigration, sports. You could pretty much say.
Okay. People are doubting your story. They're new here. They don't know that your story is not fake. Okay.
Oh, I know that, but I mean, it's crazy because this is the second one this year that has like gotten in touch with me, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm like, what is it like? This is the year that I'm being chased finally, or like, how do I perspect it as?
Have y'all crossed paths recently?
Likely at her work because it's kind of hilarious because where she works at, I kind of was near her area, so maybe she might have been like, hey, he's looking good today. I don't know. She just hit me up.
Okay.
You
All
know?
right. Listen.
And the funniest thing is I told her too. I was like, she go, oh, I should be the one contacting her about like, oh, what our plans are for Thursday or whatever. And I'm kind of like, yeah, but it's like 2026. Like, women can change the game, you know. Women can just message me and be like, hey, this is what we doing tonight.
Okay. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, you're taking her out.
That's the plan for Thursday, so we can see Thursday.
All right. Well, enjoy yourself, man.
Cause it's just like for me, it's a win. Cause it's like I have a dog, she has a dog, she ain't got no kids. I cannot remember the age, but I'm like, the fact that she's here and not overseas or anything, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of like in La La Land.
All right. Slow your roll though. Face yourself. Tranquilo. That's not.
And that's the thing, because it's like, even last night I was talking to one, and it was like within like the first day and a bit or whatever, and she lived in my country. And I was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I blocked her almost within about 3 days.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so you're gonna go out Thursday, you're gonna have a good time, you know.
We can see. We can see, because I'm just like in my mind is like, I don't know. I think I gave her my number like around, I'd like to say about last year, April, around that. And it's just like, because my whole thing is kind of like, what took her so long to kind of finally be like, okay, maybe this person is him?
I wouldn't think that deep into it, brother. I wouldn't be like, you're talking like relationship talk way too early, and you don't have any data yet. Okay, so you're speaking about this situation as if like she perceived you to be her Prince Charming. You gotta slow your roll. Okay, you don't want to come with that energy. It could be as simple as you're on a tiny island, right? Not a
And
large.
don't forget, it's the end of the month. Just about basically.
Not a large population. She could have been like dealing with somebody else during that time, and then just got free, saw you, remembered you, and then shot you a text, right? So, just you're in data collection mode. So take her out, have a good time, fill her out a bit, take her out a few times, right? See if you like her.
And that's what I'm aiming for, because it's like, I mean, we're almost February, and I haven't even been on a date yet. And so I was like, so Thursday is like almost February-ish. And it's like, I don't know, like me, it's like, I got high hopes, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's something about me, because I done heard it all and seen it all in my country, and I just be like, what is she really after? Type-ish.
Yeah, you don't need to be thinking you're investing too much energy into a text message. Take her out first. Be curious, but don't start putting too much on her, right?
And the thing is too, like, she's been consistent with the text. Like, she been hitting me up like back and forth, and I kind of be like, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe I should tell her, hey, how about you pay for the date for once?
All right.
But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, because it's like, there's a little bit of mystery, but at the same time, it's just like, oh man, it's just like, I wish people knew what it was like living on a Caribbean island like I do, where you have so many limited options, and it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of like either you can make the best of the next 8 months and, you know, whatever you do or whatever, or you'll make the worst of the 8 months.
Somebody said, do not drink on the date. I'll try to hold that one back. I agree. Where y'all going on the first date, Mr. O'Neal?
Man, that's the boring thing. So my country, it's basically like, you can only bring him dinner dates and like kind of a little more romantic-ish. And like in my case, like I try to make it a little romantic-ish. But it's just like I don't know. It's
so you don't know where you're taking her?
Because like it's so hard, because like I might have already brought another woman who I was really interested in at the time, and it just brings so many setbacks and stuff.
Okay.
And so in my mind, I'm kind of like, how do I set myself apart from like, okay, it didn't work with that one, but it may work with this one, but it's almost the same place.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of lost now, brother. But just take her out, man. Enjoy yourself, and then afterwards, come back and tell me how it went. All right.
Oh, we'll see. Don't worry. If I'm quiet, you know what's going on.
All right, Mr. O'Neal. Give it up, Mr. O'Neal, everybody. Mr. O'Neal in the building. I gotta go though, bro. I gotta talk to Ebony real quick. All right.
Yep.
Take care, bro. Ebony, what's going on?
A lot. A lot.
A lot?
Yes, a lot.
Talk to me.
I'm getting bored.
Getting bored?
Yeah.
Come on, Ebony. Come on, Ebony.
Okay, so I don't know if other women been through this or not, but when I was in my 5-year relationship, we barely went out on dates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that I've been single for a year, I've been meeting tons of guys, taking me on dates and stuff like that, buying flowers, doing all the chivalry things that I wanted in my relationship that I was in for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, once the date starts slowing down, now they want to hang out and chill. I'm no longer interested. And I feel like that comes from
all the dates and stuff that I missed in my previous relationship. And so it's like once the dates start slowing down, I just get bored and I just want to move on to the next guy that want to take me out on dates. And if he stopped and now he want to start slowing down the dates and doing all this chill kumbaya activities, I just look for the next person to take me on the dates. And I'm like, I'm trying to like not do that right now because like it's cool, it's vibing, but yeah, like if I'm not seeing no date by like next week or so, I might just like jump shift. But I just need your advice on, because I just met this other guy today and I gave him my number. He said he want to take me out, but I'm like, no, Ebony, don't, just stay focused. So I'm stay focused. But what do you think?
I told you last time you were sabotaging. This confirms it. When's the last time y'all went on a date with the current guy?
Like not this Saturday because he did the whole training thing, and then the other Saturday he came and seen me because it was the UM game, and he watched it with his friends like around Martin Luther King, and it was the championship game, and he came and seen me. But that other Saturday and the other Saturday and the other Saturday, he took me on a date. Okay, but now I'm bored.
Okay, so.
But we talk on the phone, like we text throughout the day. I don't know. I'm kind of getting bored a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. I need excitement right now in my life.
Okay. You're sabotaging, right? Right? We established that you're a fearful avoidant, right? And right now you're being avoidant because you like them. You know how I know that? You were up here last night. Last night you had a completely different problem. Completely different problem last night. So now we solved the problem last night. Last night I said that wasn't a real problem. You're sabotaging. And I knew when I told you that what you were going to do is find another one. Right? So you said, okay, well, he checked this one. That's not really a problem. So I can't latch on to that one. Let me see. I don't go on dates. I'm bored. Right? You're sabotaging.
Somebody said, I don't think she likes him. No, I really like him. I really like him.
Yeah.
I really like him. But I don't know. I guess I be needing some excitement. I guess I done did the whole 5-year chilling and I just like, now I just need, you gotta just stimulate me. Like, I need adventure. Somebody said, why do women date men they don't like? I like him. I like him a lot. He's very handsome. He's really handsome. He has a nice, sexy, deep voice. And he has a nice beard. I like this guy. Mm-hmm. But so you think I should just keep my options open or just focus on him and just give it time?
I'll focus on him and give it time and try to do some self-work in the process because you're definitely sabotaging. I saw you on live the other night, Ebony. Whose live was you in yesterday?
Who, I was in somebody's live?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I was in, what's that other guy named? He a coach. I was in his live because he used to be on Ashley Dalton stuff.
Just cheating on me, first of all. I ain't appreciate that at
all.
Just cheating on me.
No, I was not cheating
on you.
I
did not appreciate that.
He is no. It was just because he used to be on Ashley Dalton stuff. So I'm a big fan of Ashley Dalton. So I was like, oh, I know who this is. So I jumped on it.
So what were you doing?
I am not cheating.
What were you doing on that live? What was the purpose of that live?
Just seeing what he got to say. You know, he different though. He not my speed though. He really not my speed.
Okay.
But yeah, and the women who will be on there, they not my speed. They need deeper help.
Yeah, look, so, you gotta You gonna do what you want to do, right? Ultimately, I can give you
Somebody
advice.
said she was getting a second opinion. No, I wasn't, because I didn't ask about things that I'm going through on here. So, no.
Yeah, like you're more than like, even if I address the whole like boredom thing right now, you're just gonna do the same thing tomorrow, right? You're gonna find another reason, and another reason, and another reason, and another reason. Future Ebony regrets this decision.
Yeah, I lost too many good men with this
Right?
decision.
Future Ebony regrets this decision. Current Ebony is trying to do what's most comfortable, right? Future Ebony is shaking her head right now, right? So you gotta decide what you want to do, what's gonna be best for you, not just right now, but also for your future, right?
Okay, but can I ask you? Okay. So, is that a bad look? Because if the dates slow down, I'm out. I don't want to seem shallow, but how do I express that? Because I'm trying to be intentional with dating.
You with
How
the
do I
person
express
with
that?
the person who you're currently dating, if you asked him to take you on dates because you like that, he would do it. And you know he would do it, which is why you're not asking him, because you want a reason to leave.
Yeah, because I like him too much, and I just feel like, well, oh Lord, I'm trying to date intentionally. Never mind. I'm sounding like my old self. Never mind. But yeah, okay. So we only been talking a month, and so far he took me on 3 dates. I don't know what I'm expecting. How many dates it should be in a month? It's only 4 weeks in a month.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Now we done tapped into that logic a little bit. That's good. That's good. Yeah. You have unrealistic expectations. You're just looking for a reason to sabotage. Because you're scared. You know you like him. And you know that if you keep seeing him, you're likely going to be with him, right? And if you keep seeing him, he's going to be more important to you. And then when he becomes important to you, if he leaves you, it's going to hurt. And you don't want to hurt. But to avoid him hurting you, you're hurting yourself. That's a bar. Clip that. Maz, allow me to clip that. Anyway, I'm sorry. But yes, to avoid him hurting you, you're hurting yourself. So, yeah, I mean, you got a decision. You got a decision to make.
So just don't keep my options open. So I'm just going to block the guy number who I got yesterday. I'm going to avoid him at the gym at all costs. I'm good with that. I just told you out like I never knew you.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because he approached me on some like he wanna be with me type or whatever, and I like him because I know I like him because I don't want to talk to nobody else. Like if I see another handsome guy approach me, I just say no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like try to get on my number because it's no. I'm digging him right now. You're right. I'm trying to run away from this. I'm digging him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna wait for the sex. See how that be. See what that be about.
Okay.
But if we have sex, he gotta be my man. And I'm like, dang, I don't want a man because I know with sex I get connected. And once I don't have sex with them, it's easier to leave. That's why I be going on these dates, and once they stop,
Uh-oh. Well, Eva has spoken.
Yo.
What's up, Chief?
What's up, pimp?
What's happening?
Chillin', man. I ain't gonna lie. Ebony be the reason I be scared of women, bruh. I ain't gonna hold you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. You remember me?
Mm-mm. No, it's been a minute, more than likely. Refresh my memory. What's going on?
Nothing. I was talking about a girl I just met. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to vet it. But we went on a good first date. She lives like a couple hours, well, like 4 or 5 hours away. And we're talking, slow conversations, 1 or 2 messages a day. Like, she might not say nothing for a little bit, whatever. But at what point in the talking stage is it okay to set a boundary? Is my question.
It's always okay to set a boundary, no matter you set a boundary with a stranger. What's the specific situation?
All right, so like I said, we do like 1, 2 messages a day, maybe not for a day, cool, whatever. I sent her a random message like, you in North Carolina, so you know it's cold. I was like, damn, it's so cold. I keyed my truck with my nipple, like just being funny, you know, saying something funny.
Yeah.
And she laughed. We had like 4 or 5 messages back and forth, and I was like, she was like, it's 80 degrees where I'm at. I'm like, shoot. I was like, you're gonna have to come keep me warm. I was like, I got heat, but it ain't as hot as that smile of yours. And then she ain't say nothing, just straight cold. And then she like slid up on my Snapchat story, like hearted my Snapchat like a couple hours later. And then I just left her on open.
Yeah.
And then this morning, she texted me talking about good morning. Like, I'm like, and I just said good morning. I was like, good morning, her name. And then I was like, you know, it's supposed to snow this weekend. Are you working? Nothing. So like low key, I feel disrespected. Like I gave you a compliment, you didn't respond to it, but also it's been like 2 weeks. So at what point is it like, you know, is she just seeking attention, breadcrumbing me? Like she just wants attention and validation.
So it's been 2 weeks. Y'all are about 4 or 5 hours away from each other, right?
Yeah.
And you shot the message about keeping you warm. She didn't respond, but then she slid up on your story, liked it. And
we were supposed to hang out this weekend, but she had to work. She works a lot. She's busy. She's like a mechanic, like, which is cool. So she works, and she had to work this weekend. So that's fine. I'm not tripping about that.
Okay. And so she slid up on your story. She liked it, and she sent you a message. And then you responded to the message and asked her a question, and she didn't respond.
Nope.
Did she see the message? Do you know?
Say that again?
Did she see the message?
No, it's on text. She ain't got read receipts on, but she be on her phone. She posted a like Snapchat story. So obviously, you know, if somebody like you, they're gonna make time out of the day. But like, we're not dating, so it's not like I have or she has an obligation towards me, or I have an obligation towards her. Like, if she wants to talk to me, then she wants to talk to me. You know?
Yeah, you haven't, but y'all haven't met in person though, right?
Yeah. We had a first date.
Okay, that's right.
5 or 6 hours. It was chill, cool, like good conversation. And we both got like mutual interests and stuff that we do. Like, you know, the alignment I think is there in my eyes.
Okay.
But she's also, I don't know if you remember, she's like semi-TikTok famous. She constantly gets like validation from dudes, like giving her compliments and stuff. So like, it could be like she weirded out, or it's just like she just don't have the mental capacity to want to like conversate. I don't know, bro.
What did she post about on TikTok?
Like her working on the cars and shit. Like no thirsty like naked or semi-naked stuff. None of that.
So like that message that you sent her when she slid up on your story, was that like via Instagram?
No, on Snapchat. It was she a mechanic, like I said, and I had my truck broke down and I fixed it or whatever, and I was like, yeah, we back up and running, and then she just hearted it. But also there was like a snap I sent her. She didn't even open. She just hearted my story.
Okay, so she hasn't opened the snap that you sent her?
Nah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like she just likes the attention. And it's not like I'm bothering her all day. Like I said, one or two messages, maybe a day we don't talk. Like, you know, it's like not like no pressure and none of that. You know, it's just chill.
Yeah. So y'all just text? Y'all don't like talk on the phone or anything like that?
No, I called her. I've talked to her like maybe 3 or 4 times on the phone, because I like, you know, after like, you know, there's nothing really to talk about on text. I'm not trying to text. You can't really vibe off a text. So I'm just like, hey, I'm about to call you in 10 minutes. She'll give me a time, like, you know, don't call me until this time. I'm like, all right, then we'll talk for like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you go. Like, I gotta do something. You know, something smooth like that. It was like 3 or 4 times. So it was like, I feel disrespected in a way, or do I even have that right to feel that way? Because she's, you know, I'm not obligated to respond, obviously, but she showed mutual interest over the past 2 weeks, right? So at what point is it like, okay, you just want attention, or?
So has she, over the course of the 2 weeks, has she ever like just not responded?
Nah.
So this is new?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't think too much into it. I would say I would ignore this. Like, focusing on this is like majoring in minors, right?
Right.
The important thing And the determining factor on whether or not she really rocks with you is if she goes out on another date.
Yeah.
So
which is fine. Like,
yeah.
I can't control what somebody else does. If that's what you want to do, then.
So yeah, so your energy should be focused on like trying to get her out again. If she keeps delaying, keeps canceling, then I would just take that as your answer.
Right.
But I would try to get her, because if like she goes out with you again, then her willingness to go out with you trumps her not responding to a text message, and so far as like being a gauge of interest. Does that make sense? So right now you're looking at the text response as a gauge of interest, where the bigger gauge of interest would be taking her out on a date, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it could be, I mean, it could be a situation where it's like, it's not as simple as just attention. I think she's interested. You're just not a priority to her right now.
Right. She's not to me either. Obviously, we don't know each other.
Right. So it's like she has a big social media following. When she has a big social media following like that, you're not talking to a random man just because you want attention.
Right.
See what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You know how much time it would take? Right? So it's like, it don't even make logical sense. So she has some degree of interest. It's just not high enough to treat you like a priority. And that's partially due because you haven't had enough embodied experience. Remember, interest can grow or it can decline, right? The biggest fallacy that a lot of single guys are buying into nowadays is women are supposed to have like extreme high interest in you right out the gate. No. It grows and declines. It's always in a state of flux with women, right? And if you play your cards right and you have more embodied experiences, it grows. And then y'all sleep together and it really grows, right? It like really flips things in your favor.
See,
so guys,
I don't even have that motive, bro, because I don't even want to like set that dynamic off the gate.
No, I'm just explaining.
Person, so.
I'm explaining how the interest works.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like the in-person experience is going to make this grow or decline. So what you're just seeing right now is that it's just a reflection of she has a moderate degree of interest in you. That's all.
Right.
She could be in a situation where she makes a mental note to respond because you're not important enough to her to like stop what she's doing to respond right now, and then she just forgets. Right? That's possible. So the best play here is to try to get her back out. If she dodges going back out with you, if she's always busy or making excuses, now you have your answer to where she doesn't even have enough interest to like see you again. In which case you move on, right? But just focus your energy on like trying to get her back out, and that's it.
What if somebody said my ego hurt? Nah, my ego ain't hurt. I think I genuinely like her, so it's just like, and I told you before I'm an anxiously attached person, so I actively work on that. So it's like you be overplaying certain scenarios in your head, like trying to figure it out. No.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you're just overthinking it. It's like, and that's if you want to. You don't have to do any of this, right? Like I'm assuming that you just want to pursue this person. It's very valid if you say like, nah, you're not really matching energy, and then we're 4 or 5 hours away, so this isn't worth my time. Like if that's your perspective, you can also go that route.
Nah, bro,
no
I'm
problem.
an optimistic person.
Okay, cool. That's why I assume. That's why I gave you the advice to like pursue. But like, me, I would have chucked them deuces up. 4 or 5 hours away, it's like,
Well, I mean, the thing is, too, like, I want to move there eventually.
Okay.
But also, like, finding someone, she used to live here. Finding a woman like that is that ambitious to leave somewhere and pursue her dream is, like, pretty rare, in my opinion, like, for a woman to do that. And especially now, I mean, a lot of women just want to be taken care of and, just be a stay. No, I'm basing majority of what I see online, like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's just rare in general for any person, a male or female, to want to pursue their dreams and ambitions and move away and chase it, I mean,
sure.
It's hard to find people like that. So,
okay. Yeah. Well,
I admire that about her, so.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, brother. Just, I'd give it a week. Like, try to get her back out. If you can't get her back out in a week, I would cut things off.
Yeah. But it's hard too, snow coming through this weekend, so it's like
that's right.
It's gonna be very limited with my schedule, her schedule, to like try to work something out.
You can give it a little. Okay, in that case, you can extend it a little bit. But yeah, the priority though is like trying to get her back out, and if she keeps dodging that, I'll wash my hands with it.
I agree.
All right, but keep me posted though, bro.
I got you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right, bro. Okay, who we got next? We got Miramar. I think that's how you pronounce it.
You did good.
Nice. How are you?
Good. So my story, it's a little more, I guess, deep. Like the other two people that I just saw or heard, they're a little younger, I believe. I'm in my 40s.
Okay.
And I was engaged. I called the engagement off because he was drinking, and I don't want to deal with any of that. Like I work a lot. I own my own house. I'm about to buy another one. Like I do my own thing as a single mom, and it's just me. So it's a lot to do, right? Like I don't have a lot of free time. So if I'm gonna give you my time, I want somebody to be at the same level of me. And so I've been single for a year. And almost a year. And then I opened this dating app. I met this guy and I really liked him. And anyways, we went to a date. We went on a date, and I didn't like what he did. It was like, but I like him. I like the energy that he gave me.
Yeah.
I stayed with him for a little bit, and I was like, you know what? This is not for me. I don't want to waste my time, your time, blah, blah, blah. Then I reopened the app yesterday. And then, like, the first 2 or 3 messages that I get, it's the same thing. It's like, come to my house, I cook for you. Or invite me over, I cook for you. I don't want that. Like, I want a deep connection. I want to go to church together. I want to buy another place together. I want to grow. Life is too short. I survived 2 cancers, dealing with them on and off for 7 years. Like there's so many things that I want to do. I'm hungry to spend it with the right person. But it's just, I don't know where to find my right person, because like I found my husband at church and he cheated on me, and then I found my fiance at work, and then he started drinking. So it's like, don't go to the bars because you're gonna find bad people. Well, hello, I went to church, nah. I went to work, nah. So like, I don't know.
Okay, so what's your question here, love?
Like, how do I turn that? Like, or what is it that I have to look for on a profile, or what do I have to read if there's like red flags on the profile for me not to give that okay and then waste my time on a conversation, or even going on a date with somebody who's not bringing anything.
So you're saying like, what signs should you look for, like in a dating app context, like on somebody's profile?
Yeah.
The problem is you're using a dating app.
That's funny because my ex, the guy that I met, it's here, and he just put a smile in face.
Yeah, that's the main problem. It's not to say that you can't meet quality people on a dating app. It's just a much higher likelihood that you're going to meet people who just want to experience you. Okay? You got to think about it. Like, I operate as a strategist, right? So whenever I'm looking at a situation, I'm looking at the entire landscape, right? I want to see who are all the players on the board so I can just get a good perspective of what's going on. In a dating app contest, you are in a situation where the app is influencing you and incentivizing you to talk to more than one person at a time. So I can't see your profile, but you sound like a very attractive woman, right? So that means you're probably looking for very attractive guys. How many?
Not really. Like I don't have.
But they're attractive though, right? Maybe
But
not
I'm
very
not picky.
attractive.
I promise you, I'm not picky. I go with energy a lot. Like I have dated an African American. I have dated Puerto Rican. I have dated Caucasian. I have. If I'm good with your energy and you bring something like a smile, I don't need your money. I'm a hustler.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about aesthetics. Look.
No, I don't. That's not to me, it's not important.
Okay. Your experience tells me that you're matching with like guys who have options. Because a guy, let's say a guy who's not used to getting a woman of your caliber, guess what he's not going to do? Invite you over to his place on the first date. The guy who's doing that does that a lot. And it works a lot with women of your caliber, right? So your perception may be that they're not the greatest looking, but the way they're engaging you suggests that they are, right? A man who assumes you're out of his league is going to be on his best behavior. He's not going to want to mess it up. Oh, I got this one. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take her to the nicest restaurant. That'll be the energy. It's not going to be come over and I'll cook for you. That ain't it. So you're matching with men who have a lot of options. So they're probably talking to 10 other women simultaneously, right? So the app is mostly the problem, right?
Okay.
You want, and I know that you've had bad experiences with in person, right? Like I get how this sounds. It's like, okay, you're telling me the app is a problem, but I just told you my husband met him at church and he cheated, and this other guy met him, at work, and he was alcoholic, right? So it's like, it's not saying that in person is a magical solution. It's just better odds, okay? The problem with dating apps primarily is that people tend to depend on them. So I'm not saying not to use a dating app, but don't depend on it. That should not be the meat and potatoes of your dating strategy, okay? Keep it as a supplementary tool, right? It supplements your dating life. It is not the bulk of it, okay? So put yourself in environments where you can see the same people over and over again. Become a regular somewhere, right?
Okay.
Bring that good feminine positive energy that you seem to have on this call, and you'll start getting approached. I'm sure you get approached, right? And just start meeting people. Now, as far as what to look for on a dating app profile, there is nothing to look for, unfortunately. There's nothing to look for, right? Most guys, especially the guys that you probably would entertain, are likely very savvy, so they know what.
Can you? I mean, I'm sorry. What's a savvy means? What does that mean?
Very skilled.
Okay.
A high degree of social competence, meaning.
You should have seen my ex.
Why you say
low
that?
competence.
Very low competence. I mean, in terms of like, they probably know what to say a little bit, right? You probably already rule out people who are weird and have weird stuff on their profile. So the men that you're matching with probably don't have anything weird on their profile. They probably seem very normal. But that's because they know what to say. Right? So these are guys who put like looking for a long-term relationship when they know they're just looking for a one-night stand, right? Try to get you in the door. Even the proposition of cooking for you, very intentional, right? They want you at their place because they know if you're at their place, increases the odds sex happens, right? The whole cooking is just plausible deniability. So you're not going to be able to see anything on the profile. You just have to do what you're currently doing, right? Which is the moment they get weird or not weird, but more so like engaging you in a way that doesn't match what you desire or want, you end the connection. So I think the question behind your question is, how can I avoid these guys and find my match faster? Answer, you can't.
Oh, that's sad.
Answer is you can't. If I knew the answer to that question, I would be a trillionaire right now. You can't, right? All you can do is just comb through these people and have enough discernment to know when someone is a good fit or a bad fit, right? You got to notice a good option when it's in front of you, right? And not waste your time with people who are just bad fits.
Yeah.
That's it.
When
It's annoying. It's rough. It's annoying. You just
it
want your
is.
person.
It's rough up here.
Yep. You just want your person, but it's like you can't. You can only optimize it to a certain point. It's not something you
And
can really
it's funny
optimize.
because it's like, oh, you don't go out. No, I go out every weekend. I try to go either to a restaurant or, I go with my friends to the beach, or I go to like I'm always, at least once a week, I take my time for me because I'm a single mom and it's a lot. So I'm like, you need to stay now, and I go. So I do give myself time.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I go out, it's like I'm too busy. I guess I'm busy having me time.
Okay. I mean, the switch that I would make though is become a regular somewhere. So like the way that you're describing going out is like you're going to these one-off spots, right? Going out with your friends, having fun. You increase the odds. Like think about it. Historically, our mating strategy has been community focused, right? So within a small community, everyone kind of knows one another, and then you meet John, and like you see John daily, and there's a bit of sexual tension there, but you're really just friends, right? And then over time, John just musters up the courage to ask you out, and you go out, right? And you know John's friends, you know John's family. Family knows John's family, so they can kind of vouch for him, right? You want to kind of create that community aspect of things. So that's why I said be a regular somewhere. You kind of already done this with church. It just didn't work out in your favor, right? That's kind of what you want. That's the environment you want to create now. It's a long-term strategy, but it increases the qualities. Go ahead.
What kind of place would you say?
It can be networking type of situations. You said that you bought property, so like there's probably monthly real estate meetups with people in your area, right? There could be different hobbies that you engage in.
That's funny. Somebody said Home Depot.
Yeah, it could be like hobbies that you engage in. I know run clubs are very popular now. Ideally, it's something that aligns with your genuine interest. And then it's like you just get to know people there, right? Because a lot of dating problems are really downstream of social problems, meaning the more people you know, the more people you have a potential to know, right? So you position yourself in a way where serendipity can do its thing when you just have a vibrant, active social life, meaning you have all of these connections with people. People who have the best social lives typically have the best dating lives.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you.
All right, you take care. All right. Who we got next? Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
My name is Chris, and I'm probably much older than the people that you're used to talking with. But I do have a sort of a problem.
Okay.
I married my high school sweetheart.
Okay.
I married him very young, and we were married for 44 years. And he passed away 12 years ago. But I kept to my vows, and I married him till death parted us. Mostly our marriage, it was fun at times, but it was mostly very hard. And since he's passed away, I have had no desire to date. I've had plenty of offers, and I just feel like I just don't want to get into that again. It was very hard, my marriage, and I guess I'm judging all other relationships by that marriage.
Yeah.
I met a guy last summer in Las Vegas at a convention. We had a lot in common, and we had a lot of fun, and we exchanged numbers, and I told him I would call him. He tried to call me a couple of times, and I didn't answer, and I basically ghosted him. And I've been feeling very bad about that ever since, because usually when a guy asks me out for a date or my number or something, I just say no. I just straight out say no. But this guy I led on, and I'm feeling very bad about that. And I'm just wondering, it was August, so this is now January. And I'm just wondering, should I call him or should I just leave it alone?
You can call him if you want. You can text him. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
That's the thing, I don't know.
Right? The downside is not that bad. You're not risking your life or your livelihood. So, I mean, you might as well see.
Okay. And
more than likely, it's not going to work out. But why not, though? You know?
Right. Okay. I mean, basically, that's it. I have two beautiful granddaughters, and they just think that what I did was horrible, and that's, I've been thinking about that.
Mm-hmm. Let's forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. You're in a unique situation, right? You didn't mean any harm. Don't make a habit of it.
Right.
Don't make a habit of it. But
yes.
There are some people who made a habit of it. We're in like late January. They've ghosted 15 people so far. So that's not your situation. So yeah, give them a call or shoot them a text. Explain the situation, and see what happens.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you for taking my time. I appreciate your advice.
Absolutely, love. Best of luck to you. Okay.
Thank you. Right. Bye-bye.
All right. Last call. Hello.
Thank you. Hello. Good night.
How you doing?
So I have a big problem. I have a big problem with some things that I've been noticing with myself. So I was in an 8.5-year relationship with my 3-year-old's father.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been out of the relationship for about 2.5 years now. And but during your live now, I realized what it was in that relationship while I was in it for so long was what you said, anxiety.
Are you back? Let's give her a second to reconnect. Give her a second to reconnect. Zion, you said where you can watch a recording on YouTube, bro. Link in bio. I'm streaming on YouTube right now, so I'm posting replays of all the lives on YouTube. All right, love, you still there? Because I can't hear you. She might got a bad connection. All right, gotta end the call. All right. Chat, what's going on? Any questions in the chat? In the chat. Oh man, wanted to hear. Yeah. Sometimes it be like that, man. Gracie Fitting, you look familiar. You blow up your profile picture. Whoa, got nerd vibes going on. Like that, Gracie, like that. We so invested. Yeah, y'all be investing in these calls, man. How do I reconnect with myself when there's uncertainty in an interested guy at work? How do I... Hold on. Let me get focused. How do I reconnect with myself when there is uncertainty in an interested guy at work? What do you mean by reconnect with yourself? You mean the interested guy is uncertain? Like, how is that playing out? You're very welcome, Gracie. Where are you located, Gracie? You in the U.S.? Are you in the U.S. of A? I know these lives go all over the place, so I need to know. Matter of fact, where's everybody from? Where's everybody from? How about we just drop where we're from in the chat? Mods, take notes. Take note, mods, where everybody's from. We need to rank them in order for who's closest to North Carolina. Put it in a Excel, Google spreadsheet. Hold on. Oh wow, the chat got boom. Hold on, I gotta scroll up to see what y'all talking about. Hold on. Vancouver. Okay, so we got Canada, Massachusetts, Texas, Chicago. What's up, Bobby? Nebraska. Danny's in Charlotte. Okay. My NC brethren. Boston, Brooklyn, Australia, Atlanta, Florida, NC. Oh, we got someone in NC. Ali Mato. Did I pronounce that correctly, love? Days in ATL, Texas, Cali, Detroit, Chicago, New York, Florida. We all over the place, man. We all over the place. Toronto. I gotta go out to Toronto. Oh boy, Bobby's in Boston. Bobby, I know you were in Boston because I looked into Shorty with your situation. I looked at the IG. Hold on, Hoodie Manda, you're in Charlotte? Good to know, Hoodie Manda, good to know. Hoodie Manda, you're not following though, so like I'm taking big offense. Taking big offense to that. I thought I was giving value. Apparently I'm not. I thought I was giving value on these lives. Apparently not, because Hoodie Manda's not following. This is crazy. Shame on you. But Bobby, yeah, I saw Shorty. Did y'all ever reconnect? You said you only coach men. I mean, you never know what the future holds, love. The future can change. The future can change. All right. Back to Bobby. Bobby, did you ever link up with Shorty? Did y'all reconnect? Because pressure, completely understood. Once I saw the IG, I was like, I get it. I understand why you keep asking questions about. I get why you called in 5 different times, Bobby. I completely understand. I get it. Makes perfect sense. So the classroom. I don't want to blow a spot up. I'm in North Carolina. Did Bobby answer? Bobby, did you go ghost? You still here? I need answers, bro. Your ex messaged you, Miramar? Hold on. Nah, bro, these goals ain't gonna achieve themselves, but I might next week. Okay, I got you. You gotta move fast with one like that. You gotta move fast with the ones like that. So Miramar, your ex messaged you? What'd he say? Is this the one that cheated or the drunkard? Drunkard is a funny word. All right, what kind of questions y'all got, man? You know I shoot this shit with the chat for like the last 15 minutes or so of the live. What y'all got going on? Should I snitch on my coworker who cheating on her fiance? Is this the same crazy coworker, see? Or is it a different one? How you know she's cheating? Oh, Gracie's back. Gracie, did you answer my question as where you're located? I don't think you did. I'm not ending the live until you answer, Gracie. So just holding everybody hostage until Gracie answers. She here in Dallas? Who's here? Gracie's in Dallas? Dallas. Okay. Dallas ain't too far, Gracie. You know, I was supposed to come to Dallas. Hannah, aren't you in Dallas? I was supposed to pop out. We gotta do like some sort of tour, so I can meet and greet with some of the followers. Gotta do a little meet and greet, like an intentional meet and greet. I got recognized at McDonald's today. I was getting my son some nuggets. My buddy was like, "Yo, you make the TikToks for?" I was like, "Yeah." Nigga still charge me, don't you believe that shit? Thought he was gonna hook me up. Hell no. It's a thank, no respect. It's the thanks I get. All this free content, it's the thanks I get. You could have hooked me up with some fries, bro. The bitches was cold too. I said the streets don't fuck with me. Mickey D's streets do not fuck with the kid. Let me see. A meet and greet would be so fun. Okay. Noted, Gracie. Hannah, we got to plan the Dallas trip ASAP. We got to move it up. It's supposed to be in a few months. We got to move that up ASAP. ASAPually. Man, help me. I'm spiraling. What's going on, She Snipes? Why are you spiraling? You will fly to the meetup? I might got to make it something official. I was just going to pop out on some of my followers, especially the mods. I know Eva's in DC, so I was going to pop out to DC. Hit up Hannah and Bobby in Dallas. See, what part of Cali are you in? I don't know, man. 5 calls. I can't be a rebound. Bobby, you shooting at Eva? You shooting at Eva? Hold on. I'm surprised more people don't shoot in the chat. What J. Cole mixtape? I don't know about mixtape. The amount of beautiful women that we have in this chat and just watching, and not even just the chat. Like, I'll open up who's watching, and I can just see everybody's watching right now. Obviously, it's mostly women. I think this live has like 70 to 80% women. There's a lot of women here. And I'm like, where the fellas at? Like, your queen can be in the chat. Your queen can be in the live. What are we doing? The way they do it a lot of times is lame. They don't listen, Hannah. I try to give them game. Even when I flirt, I'm trying to like show you how to do it in real time. They just, I don't know why they drop the ball so much. Hold on. People get in the DMs, but they're mainly foreign and then get blocked. Yeah, it's a lot of people from Africa who are thinking this is matchmaking. Didn't even know you could see the views. Yeah, I see who watching. You'll see me do this sometimes. I'll just scroll, just see out of curiosity who's in there. You can't. The smart ones will, they won't click into the live. Like, they don't want to be known. They won't click into the live. They'll scroll on their For You page and just watch it. And I'll never get notified. Yeah. So, ladies, are y'all getting DMs just by like foreigners who are looking for matchmaking, or did you get DMs by people in America? This live is a new dating app. Low key. I don't know why more of my male followers don't hop in the live. I understand why they're afraid to ask questions, because y'all ladies can be ruthless in the chat sometimes. But why they don't shoot is beyond me. Foreigners mostly. That's sad. Bobby, my man. No, Bobby didn't call in 5 times. Bobby called in twice. Off of a very light connection. It won't nothing serious either. For anybody wondering. He's not in love or nothing, you know. He actually let me borrow his mansion a couple of weeks back. I appreciate that, Bobby, you know. I told you I only needed 2 rooms, so I left the other 30 rooms alone. I didn't mess them up, you know. I didn't touch the Ferrari either. I washed it for you, actually, just to thank you for lending me the mansion. You feel me? So big ups. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Bobby with the dimples and the good hairline. You know what I mean? He put that shit on too. You know, it's my guy right there. That's my guy right there. I appreciate your time in these lives. I've been learning so much. Okay, so let's talk about it. What have you learned? What has been the biggest thing y'all have learned on these lives that's helped you the most? I'm curious. What's your sign? I'll tell you in person, Miss Lee. When I come out to California, I'll whisper in your ear what my sign is. No dating apps. Aries. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm moving too fast. Different attachment styles. Okay. Don't go on dating apps. That's the biggest thing. Stay out of the dating field for now. Spark and safety. No dating apps. Okay. About to set up my Home Depot tent. Nice. I have a fearful, avoidant attachment. All right, now that's my type. Don't get got. I've learned recently that fearful avoidance are my unconscious type that I was attracting without realizing it. Finding a place to be a regular. Okay. Learn that some men really do expect women to pay. Okay. Patience, you listen well. Appreciate your love. Heal your nervous system. Problem isn't fixed. Attachment styles. I can be avoiding my relationship sometimes. Okay. No long distance. Cool. To avoid the fearful avoidant that's giving me anxiety. Okay. Okay. So y'all paying attention. That's good to see. It's okay to be vulnerable. Are you anxious? No, I'm not anxious. I'm secure. I thought that I was anxious. I think I lean anxious a little bit, but I also have ADHD, and ADHD can manifest like anxious attachment a little bit in different ways. But no, behaviorally speaking, remember, when it comes to your attachment style, your behavior determines what attachment style you have, right? So if you're an anxious person or an avoidant person, even when you heal and become more secure, you're still going to feel the same way internally, right? So if you're an anxious person, your nervous system is likely going to still feel that anxiety. What changes is your awareness over it and not letting it control you so that you can behave in a more secure fashion. Have you clinically diagnosed with ADHD? Yeah. I'll tell you Vyvanse. I got on Vyvanse like a week ago. So yeah, that was the biggest thing. Even when I was first learning this stuff and I thought I was anxious, I was like, I still feel anxiety over times. It's like, oh no, you are going to still feel the same way. It's just you behave in a way that is secure, right? How do you feel with the medication? I felt like a demigod the first week. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I have a lot of cognitive potential. I'm a pretty smart person, generally speaking, right? But I used to struggle with brain fog and attention a lot, so I never really could reach my potential. But the Vyvanse helped me get really locked in. And I was like, whoa, this is how I'm supposed to feel every day? I was like, whoa, okay. Yeah, it's time to turn up now. I can access this state every day. It's crazy. I'm anxious attachment style. What? Anxious people trigger me so bad. Good thing I'm not anxious, Miss Lee. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't run. I'm not anxious. You won't be triggered. Wow, heightened state. That's dope. Yeah. That's kind of how I felt after I started penning NAD plus. Really, I got some NAD plus here. I'm not using. What's the benefits of it? I actually wanted to make some more content for neurodivergent men after I took Vyvanse, because it was a very interesting experience I had with it that I did not know was affiliated with ADHD, which is, for as long as I can remember, if I'm engaging somebody, there is a percentage of my cognition, my cognitive bandwidth, that is aware of how I'm being perceived, right? And that used to make me incredibly socially anxious and socially awkward when I was younger, like teenager, kid shit, right? As I grew and became more confident, more socially savvy, still was there, but it influenced me negatively. When I started taking Vyvanse, that part of my brain shut off. So I was more present in the experience I was having with another individual. So that part of me that was observing me as I was engaging wasn't there anymore. So I was like, huh. You know, I teach guys like be present in the moment, you know, especially when it comes to like social skills and attraction and like going on dates and stuff. Like, you're just more attractive if you are present. Your masculine presence is one of the greatest gifts you can give to a woman, right? So like I teach guys that, right? I know that intellectually. But even in knowing that, there was still a part of me that was watching myself, right? So I was like, ADHD, people with ADHD, that's kind of how their brain is. They're a part of their brain is observing themselves, right? It's hard for them to control their focus. So even if you do tell a person with ADHD to be present to the moment, it's still gonna be hard for them to do it, even if they meditate, even if they feel their body, right? Feel the sensations in their body to kind of access that present moment. There's still going to be a degree of them that's like, they can't focus completely on this interaction. And I was able to do that when I took Vyvanse. So I was like, oh, so some of these guys really are going to need medical intervention. It's not just a mindset thing. I'm always ahead of the conversation. Yeah, I used to cut people off bad. It's all good, CC. It's all good. Yeah, I'm about to get off. I'm going to talk with y'all till 11:30. Then I'm going to hop off. Mark got me into reading self-development books. What book did you read, Eva? We ain't talked about books in a minute.